It is time for another round here at Limitless Racing, on board with William, UFM1 William here in the Alpine, here on his first hot lap here around COTA for round number, I believe it is 10 for Division 1. Yes, round number 10. The fabulous circuit of COTA, or WEC, has made its appearance this week. And then William is about to make his appearance now on the timing sheets, and it's going to be a 1:33.3, and that's going to be fastest. Followed just behind is going to be a Mercedes of On Air Mike D. He's going to set his first lap around the fabulous circuit here at COTA. What will he be able to do here in the Circuit of Americas here and Limitless Racing? Goes a little wide there, manages to stay within track limits. Ooh, a little tank slapper there, and that'll be a 1:34.4. What will his teammate be able to do here? And it'll be a 1:35.5 for him. And the Ferrari Cruz, Rassam has decided to back out of his lap. Cruz is on his heater. What will he be able to set on this time around here? Coming around in Limitless Racing. Keeping it nice and tidy, braking right at the 50 to about 60 meters into the hairpin. Gets a little bit of toe from, it looks like, RP Amazing. Keeping it nice and coordinated. Coming into the third sector now. Will he be able to get that Forza Ferrari on pole here at round number 10? Around the final corner, what time will he be able to set? It'll be a fastest, almost fastest time. 97 hundredths of a second slower than William, so he'll go for second fastest around this venue. Has decided to retire too. Thinks that time is good enough to be on to the second row. Project Nemesis around the final corner. What time will it be? It'll be a 1:34.5 for him. So when Rassam's teammate about to start us away here for this time, for a minute left in qualifying for here at the Circuit Americas for qualifying. In Jeddah here for Division 1, what will we be able to set here in COTA for round number 10? Round number 9 was last round. What will we be able to set around the final corner? Will it be fastest? Will it be just enough? And it'll be a 1:31.6 for Alex, and that'll be fastest. Formation lap is enabled also, so they'll get the temps into the tires that they most optimally would in a normal circumstance. Alex will lead us away, followed by William, Cruz, Rassam, On Air, Project Nemesis, Apex, or on Agent, Apex Agent, RP, Curie, and 1G. So the people have chosen, let's see, the first set of tires. Rassam, Project Nemesis, Curie, and 1G have chosen the soft compound tires. And the rest have chosen the medium compound tires. So definitely an interesting strategy here. So we'll see how this goes on how we're going to see the tire dig throughout the race here. It's going to be interesting. Rassam's going to have to start. Project Nemesis is going to have to start. Curie's going to have to start. 1G is going to have to start. Are they going for the absolute undercut strategy coming into the race here? Alrighty, it is cowboy time here at the Circuit of Americas. It is 5 red lights, and it is boots on and ready to rumble. Alex gets a good start on William. William has to defend straight from Rassam down the inside on his teammate. Astonishing stuff from the soft compound tire runner up to second place, followed by his teammate just behind, losing ground. Both William and Cruz trying to make up ground. On Air has made up a few positions. 1G has made up a few positions also coming into this. Coming in up into the uphill section and downhill. On Air looks for the move. Ooh, a little bit of contact between On Air and Cruz there. 1G looks down the inside. Not going to be really optimal for that. A little bit of weaving from Cruz, telling him that he was not looking for that. But Rassam looking down the inside on Alex there. A little bit of argy-bargy from Alex there. It seemed like no contact though, but down the inside again. Rassam goes on the soft compound tires with the mediums. Alex fights back, but down the inside again. Rassam does on Alex, not anticipating it, and that's going to defend yet again, and he keeps the position all for himself. And Project Nemesis is under attack from Agent here. Side by side here. And Rassam is side by side again with Alex here on lap number 1. William coming out of nowhere looking to overtake, also looking to make that overtake. Alex with also the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. And William chooses to not take that into grasp. 1G manages to get Pi On Air. Looking to make ground, and there's contact. And On Air with 3-second time penalty to his name. Not sure what happened there. William trying to track them down. Williams, or On Air's trying to track down Cruz here. Not really optimal for the 3-second time penalty though. We're going to have DRS this time around, so lap 2 out of 20 here. Project Nemesis also trying to chase down On Air here. On Air defending and trying to work with his teammate here to try to keep that Red Bull from passing here into the third sector. Ferrari crew is splitted by William in the Alpine. Not really making much ground here. It seems William is going to be looking to give it a little bit of an attack, a little bit of a moment between RP Mazing. Down the inside, William goes on Rassam, and he manages to get by, but Rassam may want to try to get back at him through the S's. Well, it looks like he'll feel the betterment of it. It looked a little bit of latency there. Now William is by. He's on the medium compound tires. Looking at the tire situation now. Rassam is on the softs, so he is in the top 3. William looking to break the toe, or Rassam actually, to his teammate. His teammate's gonna choose for the betterment of that. And on air going to get by his teammate. Apex Agent. 1G there just behind also Project Nemesis looking to get by. Cruz trying to stay within DRS. William also trying to stay within DRS of Alex here. But look further back. Apex looking to try, or Agent looking to try to make a move. 1G trying to make a move through the S's. On lap 4 out of 20. 1G around the inside. Wing damage for Project Nemesis. Little aggressive from 1G there, but manages to get that position done and out of the way. So a little bit of tire update for you. Those softs are absolutely struggling right now. 23%. The tire turnover is now. So Rasam's going to start feeling those effects of those soft compound tires coming into the, especially into the last sector and into the first. But mainly in the last sector, in the slower speed corners, is where the grip loss is going to be coming into the next few laps. Curie with a 3-second time penalty. Coming into lap 4 out of 20. And 1G looking to try to chase down On Air and Agent here. Alex with the 1:36.8. He's with that 1.8 second gap between William and Cruz, just behind. Very difficult to lose the car through Sector 1 here. RP Amazing is around in the first sector, as I was saying. And it looks like an overtake is just about to happen here. And it has happened. Down the inside, Cruz has done on William in the Alpine. Has managed to go through. And now William will have the DRS. And Rassam is just ever so slightly trying to stay within DRS zone of the cars ahead. Feeling those soft compound tires come to the end of their peakness of health. Coming into lap 5 out of 20. One G with a 3-second time penalty to his name now. He's going to be coming into the pits for a set of, I would imagine, hards for the remainder of the race, but we'll see what he puts on here. Now be a set of mediums for the Sauber driver. RP Amazing has DNF'd, so he is going to retire in the pit lane. Alex has developed a 2-second gap between Cruz and William. William's going to fight it out around the outside of Cruz. And with a switchback, William going to try the switchback. And it's not going to be as effective as he would have liked. But coming into the slower speed corners now, down the inside, he thinks to go. And a little wide he goes, and Cruz will have the traction coming out of the double left-hander. Tricky braking zone, one of the trickiest here at the Circuit of Americas. Final turn, and you'll have the DRS on Cruz, and they are trying to work together as best as they can to catch Alex. So Project Nemesis has pitted for the hards. So he's looking to go long for the rest of the race. Try to get an undercut on air and agent here for the top 5. And get that wing damage fixed. Has he gotten that wing damage fixed, though? He has. So Williams going to be too far back to make a move. But, no, down the inside. William goes on Mr. Cruz. Goes a little deep, though. But Cruz senses the opportunity around the outside but to fight back. Will he be able to keep it around the outside? William will shut the door, but maybe down the inside. Thinks better of it. And is going to fight another day, Cruz says. Rassam absolutely struggling with those tires now. The highest deg on those softs with the 46% chance of degradation. And Alex with setting the fastest lap with a 36.6 for the session. And a teammate battle here between Agent and On Air here. A little bit of a gap between the Ferrari crews. So a little bit of a DRS flopping game between Cruz and William here, trying to work together, I would imagine, to catch up to Alex here. Oh, down the outside, defends from Cruz there. And Cruz will have the traction to outbeat William there. Coming out of the, oh, down the inside. William goes on Cruz, a little bit of room, not left for margin there, but he managed to keep ahead. Will he come in for a set of hards? This will be the limiting factor here. He stays out. Will one of the podium sitters come into the pits this time around? And they will stay out. Will On Air come inside the pits? Yes, he will. He'll try to do the undercut. It does say 78% when I look up there now. And the Rassam is on intermediate compound tires now. And 1G is up quite a few positions. Up 6 positions so far. So Alex is going to come into the pits for a set of enters. I would imagine William is going to come in for a set of enters. And Alex stays out. And Williams going to come in. So Cruz will have the undercut. And Cruz will have that undercut enabled on Williams. So that'll be a quite a bit of margin. A 2-second gap between him and the car ahead. And Alex has yet to make a stop. He's locking up, trying to get the car to the most optimal places here. Locking up absolutely everywhere. So, and there goes Gods there. 1G. Off into the pits there. It is wet out there. Looks like the undercut is going to work for both William and Cruz here. But Alex has got those fresh intermediate compound tires. William and Cruz's tires are up the temperature. So are they going to keep it up to par here in the next coming laps? 6 laps remaining. A little bit of argy-bargy from 1G to Rassam. Not sure if there was contact down the inside. Rassam does on 1G. 1G will have the traction around the outside. They don't have that done and dusted so far. Looks to be struggling. Lap 16 out of 20, so 4 more laps to go for William to strike victory here at COTA. A wet one, actually, towards the back end of the race. Alex trying to get the groove of the wet conditions. Catching Cruz here. And Cruz trying to keep him away for the most part. So Alex looking for a move anytime now. Around the final corner. 3 more laps remaining. William has to do. 3.9 seconds between Cruz and Alex here. Alex looking to make an overtake. Not close enough yet. Into the first corner. First apex. Alex has that 3-second. And Cruz has that 10-second also, so the only one in the leading pack right now that doesn't have penalties is William here. And Project Nemesis, to be fair, that has had a clean race so far. As I say that, 1G with a 6-second time penalty. Coming into the second hairpin of the track now. Alex gets a little bit better of traction compared to Cruz here. This is going to be an easy pass for Alex here unless Cruz has the battery to defend. And it looks like defending is engaged for Cruz. Around the outside, he was defending, and Alex was able to late break and be able to get ahead of Cruz there. Coming into the heavy braking zone. And now Alex is on the charge for William here. He's got that 3-second time penalty. That will be added to the end of his race. So at the end of the day, Williams started second, gained 1 position through qualifying into the race. Around the final corner, it was a dry. Now into a wet session. Now to dry again, and he'll take victory here at COTA at Limitless Racing, followed by Prasam. Had a pretty good race here, kept it consistent. I mean, he was struggling on those soft compound tires, but was anticipating for an early stop to try to get the undercut and try to catch ever so slightly and anticipate a little bit earlier on the rain. But a little bit of a good turnout from him, and hopefully we'll see more of him on the podium here at Limitless Racing here at Division 1, followed by his teammate, also a Ferrari 2-3 right now, on the podium for maximum points for round number 10 here at COTA. Qualified, I believe, a 3rd position and managed to get up 1 position up higher than his teammate. But all in around, I would imagine both of them are extremely pleased with the turnout. And hopefully next week they can turn it around and bring it with a win or possible another podium or top 5. Hopefully we'll see them next week around, I believe, Singapore is for Division 1. And we will go to the Alpine Garage with Mr. William starting P2. On the formation lap, tell us what was going through your head lining up on the grid.
Just hoping the rain could come
as early as possible.
And I wish it would have been earlier, but it came out like halfway of the race. And well, just hoping that if it was an early safety car, we could have had a rain in before lap 10s. And so myself basically just hoping literally that the leader thought he was going to be a goner right before the rain comes. But then myself, I reacted quick.
That's good analogy. I mean, coming in, did the what's it called? Was the consistency of trying to work with Cruz were you trying to work with Cruz to stay with Alex until the rain, or was it kind of a love-hate relationship there?
Not exactly. Me and Crazy, we're good. He and I were good dudes, and we did a very good hefty fight, even though it cost the time of us for not getting Alex, and then basically we were battling back and forth, and so when the rain came, now he doesn't have to pace until he pitted first. He pitted first for Inters, and he got ahead, and then by next lap, basically just myself, I had enough of the BS. I want to dive on him and pass him for the lead, and then I'm out of here, and hoping I can gain time on track as much as I can before Alex can get me. But Alex, he's not very fast either on the rain. He couldn't get me in time, and hoping that Crazy would hold him up just a little longer, so that buy me time so I could get away.
So he did have a 3-second time penalty. Were you aware of that to let him by and maybe just stay with him, or was it just a hope just for track position to stay? You wanted to stay ahead.
For me, I basically don't understand why he had to stay out on track while the rain is coming in hard. While myself, I see raindrops on the track, knowing that now it's time to pit for inters, and he was like 7 seconds right when I pitted, and he basically lost all the time. He lost about like nine or maybe 10 seconds for him staying out on track, while me and Crazy, we both gained time on intermediates, and we I was able to time the strategy correct, and I knew that I could undercut him while there's a rain dropping fast.
For sure, definitely maximized the weekend and with the race win, and definitely gained on your championship rival here. Wasn't attended today, so definitely maximum points for you. And coming into next round, which is next week, round 11, Singapore. What do you think?
I ran good in Singapore. Basically yesterday I ran like third the entire race, and yeah, I like Singapore in this game, and hoping I can do good there.
I heard it here first from William. Congrats on the win, and hope to see you again on the podium when the top set.
Sure. See ya.
Yeah, F1 World Car. Yeah, look at that car. It's amazing, isn't it? I made it. I made that car right there. I made it. I made that car. I made that car. Right there that you're staring at. I made that car. That is a championship winning car right there. Here at Limitless Racing. So if you aren't listening to this, you have to make this skin possible. You have to download this. Link in the description. Link in the description. Anyway, coming into this, yeah, coming into the end of this, I mean, William really made an exceptional amount of pace here and kept it consistent coming into Coda. And definitely a lot of contenders were a little bit lacking today, but I would imagine due to the nature of the circuit, it is a little bit of a time to get used to kind of track, but hopefully we'll see a lot better improvements, and we'll see some new people on the podium for next week here at Singapore for Division 1. But for Friday, it's going to be the second time around here at Coda for Division 2. So you're not going to want to miss that. Right down there below where it says 8:30 Eastern PM, you know, Friday, Division 2. Right around the same time next week, too, for Division 1. It's going to be around Singapore, though. But this coming Friday, you're not going to want to miss it. If you enjoyed this time, you know, Racing Beyond Limits, come race with us. You know, download this livery already. You know, you love this livery right here. You know, love this livery. Love this livery. Smack the like button. You know, have a whole bunch of funness here. I don't know why you haven't done it already, but this livery that you're seeing right here on your screen is the best looking livery that F1 has ever created. You know, but yeah, have it at the end of the day here. Enjoy what you're watching. You know, just join the Discord. Let's have some fun. Let's race beyond limits with each other and strive to improve, help each other out within the community. That's what we're here you know, out after game cycle after game cycle after game cycle. We're here to help each other out and strive for improvement and make some friends along the way. But yeah, this is your boy Nerf for Nothing, and we'll see you around the second time Friday. Peace.